Now, hello. This is the quickie version of the oil protocol we used this evening, and I was focusing on the mental body and the astral bodies because we had found that from last month there was a lot of mental noise and clutter, just lots of thinking going on, overwhelm. And with the astral bodies, it's more about worry. So, an awful lot of just excess energy being given to those two. So, what we did in the healing and what you can do now is apply the oils. I'm going to tell you, we'll talk you through all of them. Apply them all in one go. And what I want you to do then is put them on with intention in the order that I say, and have your intention for the healing or the thought forms you need help with, or the healing that you want. And then you can lie down, put on a blanket, maybe some music, and give yourself, if you can, about 20 minutes, half an hour if you can. But if you're short, 10 minutes is fine. But give yourself time with all the oils on so you can just relax and receive the healing and call in the healing that you need from your angels. Because that, I think that will work nicely for you, rather than with the recording of the live video, there's a lot of interruption, there's stopping and starting, and I think this will work better for when you're doing protocols at home. Okay. And just to let you know, from the healing point of view, I worked with the symbol Say Hey Key, the Reiki symbol, and it's good for mental healing, for balancing the mental body, and just cleaning up your thoughts. It's like a decluttering of your thoughts. And it's particularly good for the crown, the third eye, and solar plexus work. Okay. And then the second part of the healing I did in the recording you have, I worked with angels, and what I worked there was to amplify the healing, amplify your light body. But I was asking that you get help to nurture, support, and protect each of you individually. So nurture, support, and protect. And I called in the individual angels to be with you. So as always, Archangel Ariel is with you. And imagine Archangel Ariel with it's almost like a little hoover, a little funnel. And Ariel, she takes away, she hoovers up any excess energy, any negativity that you're letting go of, and that's brought off for transmutation. So that's converted into love and light. And then I also have Archangel Michael with each and every one of you. And Archangel Michael will be behind you, standing strong. And what Michael does is he uses his sword to cut any negative ties, any drains. He heals and seals the drains. And he's there just to help you shed any excess attachments or entities or anything that doesn't serve you, no longer serves you in your space. So they're there as standard. And the other angels I called in as part of this healing. I called in Archangel Michael and the healing house of Archangel Michael. I called in Archangel Raphael and the healing house of Archangel Raphael. Archangel Metatron and the healing house of Archangel Metatron. I called in the Christ Collective. I called in Father God and Mother God. Archangel Shamuel, Archangel Cassiel, Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Ariel was with us. Archangel Mariel, Archangel Zedekiel, the Malachim of Light, the Holy Spirit Shekinah, Archangel Azrael, Archangel Raziel, Mother Mary and the Marian Legacy, and Lord Melchizedek and the Holy Order of Lord Melchizedek. Who I always work with, and the 5 Ascended Masters that I always work with, and who are with me in all my healings, would be Kuan Yin, Lord Melchizedek, Saint Germain, the Holy Spirit Shekinah, and Mother Mary. And they're a standard, and they actually show up. If you will see them in my work, you'll start to recognize them and who I'm working with, because I don't always say they're there, but they are always there depending on what it is that I'm working with. So let's get started. So what you're going to do is apply these oils now and then take some time out. Your Melaleuca or tea tree, we always put this on first, and to me this is almost like opening the portal, but you put the drop on the top of your head on your crown chakra, and you just gently move from side to side. Do that as standard. I do this pretty much every day anyway. And you put it on the back of your neck to go down right through the nervous system. And I always do the front of the throat as well. The front of the throat can be just for your communication, but I was saying tonight as well that it's for your own thoughts, your own communication, what you're saying and thinking to yourself. It's not always with other people. And you can use tea tree on any of the chakras. Put it on the heart chakra if you wish, but put on those for us for tonight. And also then I said with the tea tree, to go in on the inner creases, the elbow creases on both sides. And the reason why, just a drop just there, and the reason why you would do that, I like the elbow creases, even though they're the same meridian as the wrist, I just feel it's closer. We're going internal, we're going deeper, it's more cellular. And what we're doing is we're going into the chest area here, we're going into in the heart, the pericardium, we're going into all this area here, the lungs, okay? So that is why I'm bringing it in, all the feeling centers, so to speak. So it's coming on in. So take a minute for that. I always feel, there you go. I have about 30 seconds. I always feel it's like a jitter go right through my body when that hits. So there's the tea tree is in now. And next we're going to go for the lemon and the fennel. And I was saying there as well, take it in order. Is the lemon comes first. The lemon is cutting through, right? So the lemon cuts through the noise. So you put a drop in there and you take one drop of the fennel as well. So we're clearing confusion, we're cutting through noise, we're decluttering. So this is you seeing what really matters. And I was saying there, just inhale for a moment, but I'm saying there as well, what really matters, as in what really matters if you want to keep it, but also if you want to let go, because there could be stuff you need to focus on and say, I'm done with that now. Thank you for the lesson, but yeah, I'm letting that go. So it helps you cut through and get down to the nitty gritty. And this is about thoughts. So sometimes you can just have a lot of noise, a lot of thinking, a lot of things to do. If you've been speaking to a lot of people during the day or dealing with a lot of people on the phone or one-to-one or what have you, it gets cloudy, yeah, all around you. So that all needs to be let go. That needs to be just got rid of. And any excess that you've left, rub it on the inside of your arms, always absorbs there. The veins are all along, so they're going to absorb it quickly. But also it's nice to pop it on your solar plexus as well, okay? You can inhale for about 2 or 3 minutes. I don't set a timer or anything. I just would do a few breaths and just go with your gut, what you feel is right for you. So just a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and then rub off the excess, okay? So that's those done. When you're ready, now give a moment for that to kick in, because you have to decide for yourself what it is that you want to let go of, what you're going to keep, what is the issue. You have to let that just settle in. And as you inhale, think about, you know, the concept of letting go, connecting with your needs. What are your personal needs, okay? Feeling free to choose what you want. It's a very kind of empowering sort of combination. Okay. And then when you decide what you want to let go, you go with your cypress. And we've used cypress before, but what you do with your cypress is you just take a drop and pop it on the inside of the elbow creases as well, on both sides. And again, because it's going into that space, so we're following up. So you've decluttered, you've cut the ties and the drains, you've got your focus, you decluttered your thoughts, you're getting rid of all those clouds or kind of stuffiness. And then you're using the cypress to keep the movement, okay, to keep things moving and let things slip away, to go through the natural cycles, because thoughts can get stuck. And the cypress keeps things moving. So thoughts and beliefs that get stuck, sometimes you're aware of them, sometimes you're not. The same ones pop up and you get so used to them, it's hard to see them sometimes. So the cypress will keep that going, get that movement through. That's it. And you won't always, you're not always conscious of them, but just have that sense of letting go and movement and normal cycles, because some things have to die off before new things grow. It's just like the winter to spring, some flowers will die off and then the reshoot again in the spring. So think of it like that, normal cycle of life, totally fine. It's all good. It's all good. So then we're going to take the On Guard. The On Guard, it's a used antiviral, antibacterial in the physical sense. You can use it for, say, for gargling. You can use it for inhalations. You can use it for flu, for things like that. So think about that on an energetic level. So it's good for boundaries. Your own, as in what's coming in, but also what you're allowing yourself to go out. Because sometimes good housekeeping and decluttering on a boundary level could be knowing when to step back, know where your line is drawn and where it's appropriate for you not to be going. Sometimes it's hard to know that, so that helps us with that. So it's always, like I was saying with the tea tree, it's not always outward. Sometimes it's the inward, it's the self that we're working on, because really that's all we've control of is ourself and how we get on, how we behave. So with the On Guard, you're going to take a drop and you're going to pop it on your solar plexus for the boundaries, but also pop it on the sacral, so an inch below the belly button, your sacral chakra. And the reason you're doing that, the sacral, is where you're being creative, where new things are growing, developing, where they're blossoming, where new shoots start. So it's about starting as you mean to go on. Rather than waiting for things to crop up, we start as we mean to go on. And just let that sit as you put on each layer. Be intentional with it, do it in order, let it sit. And you can almost follow a process if you want to take a particular thought or a particular issue, and you could almost follow the process of it going through where you cut the tie. It's healed and sealed with Archangel Michael. You know that it's working its way through. Yeah, that you see it for what it is. With the fennel, you give it free, the lemon, you see it for what it is. The fennel gives you the freedom to let it go, gives you the empowerment, that spread your wings sort of thing, okay? So the fennel, and then you go in with the cypress to get the movement. The On Guard is the protective piece, the boundaries. So work your way through so you can actually follow your thoughts as you go. And or go totally intuitively. If it's a thing that you don't know what to think, just go with your gut. It's absolutely fine. Just go through the process. And I felt this time to bring in the frankincense as part of the healing. Normally we use it at the end for grounding and finishing up and to anchor in energy, but I felt to bring it in, and I brought it in for harmony, to harmonize and balance the energies that we have and to anchor them in. So the frankincense, what I do with the frankincense tonight is to put it on the third eye, and I actually put some on the temples. Just mind your little eyes, just onto the temples. And I just felt it was necessary for tonight. And inhale. It just harmonized all the work that we've done, because we've got a powerful set of angels in with us tonight as well. And they're all working away. And I thought the frankincense just kind of balanced everything for you, because remember we were saying the reason we're doing this protocol is because there was so much kind of mental activity. This will need balancing out. Again, you're going to notice it. So inhale with the frankincense, third eye, temples. And even that is quite nurturing, isn't it? Just to hold on. That's lovely. What you'll do is go away now and lie down, cover yourself with the blanket. Even if you can put a timer on 20 minutes, even if you go to sleep, don't worry about it if you fall asleep when you're meant to be meditating. I did it for ages. It's fine. Obviously the angels feel you need your sleep, and they can work with you whether you're awake or asleep, so it's perfectly fine. So settle down, give yourself about 20 minutes if you can, See what comes up. If you sleep, you sleep. If you think it's fine. Just let it be and experience what it is. And at the end, whenever you decide to come round, take a few deep breaths. You're going to go put your feet on the ground, feel the ground under your feet. A couple of deep breaths to center, and grab your cedarwood. Okay, I had cedarwood. You can use vetiver, you can use balance, whatever wood, tree. If you think trees are very grounding, they've got deep roots, yeah, tall. So yes, that's why I chose a woody one then, to ground you in, so that you feel more anchored after the whole thing. Okay, so that is what I'm recommending for this one, for the mental body. So as I say, go through the process, get the oils on, do the thinking, do it intentionally, and then go and have your 20 minutes or however length of time you wish. Ground again with your breathing, center, glass of water, pop on your cedarwood. Give yourself a minute in case you're lightheaded. Just give yourself a minute, make sure, check yourself, make sure you're good to go, and you're all set. Okay, okay. So let me know how you get on. Always feedback to me, and we'll see then. We'll use it to shape the clearing, and whatever the next healing is going to be, it'll show up in its own time. Okay, and I've asked after tonight, I've asked the angels to stay with you for the next 7 nights while you sleep. So while you're actually sleeping, they'll be working on you. So make sure you give them the few bits you want them to work on for you. If there's something in particular, just let them know before you go to sleep and they can sort it out for you. Okay, listen, enjoy. Let me know how it goes, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.